Kansas City Chiefs beat the Washington Commanders 28-7 in Monday Night Football, and it was a strange first half to say the least because it looked like it was something. There was no penalties. There was hardly any points. Mahomes threw two interceptions. The one off of Kelsey's hands that wasn't his fault, but Mariota and Washington didn't do much of nothing. But in the second half, I'm gonna say this about Kansas City. This Kawhi's called 4 quarters of football, 60 minutes, not 30 minutes, and not 59-59. When you play Kansas City, you got to play the second half. They find ways to get you. Now they're 2 games over 500, and they're looking crisp. They got the big game next week against my Buffalo Bills, so that should be really intriguing to say the least. But they put on a clinic in the second half. Their defense came up big. That's the biggest thing. Their defense has definitely turned it up. So, and Mahomes, as bad as he looked kind of ordinary, he still almost threw for 300 yards. 299, 3 tugs, despite 2 picks. But they're looking like they're, shaping up in the gear. Washington, without Jaden Daniels, is just a one-dimensional team. 2 straight weeks, but they've just gone flat. And it's really sad too. 72 points the last 2 weeks. They've been outscored 72-29. And that honeymoon of what they had last year is over. They need some smelling sauce to wake up because the NFC Championship ain't going to happen this year. I like Jaden Daniels, but he's been injured and, they're not quite the same team they were a year ago. So it's very telling when you watch this. You just kind of hope that they can get it together. But Kansas City is picking up their tempo at the right time. They're making adjustments. And it seems like if any team could start off kind of sluggish and come back, when I see the Kansas City Chiefs, they remind me so much of what the Patriots were kind of like in their O's run, except Mahomes is on another level. As I said, he's the best quarterback in the game, in my top 3 ever. And I would debate anybody on that because you ain't seen nothing like Patrick Mahomes. His run is unique. His dominance is unique. And you got to answer to him. You just know you got to deal with him. That dominance is something else. He has had off games and what have you, but when he's on, he cooks like anybody. And they're going to figure it out. They're a very well kept machine, team that knows how to win, finds ways to win, real methodical. So very telling. But anyway, Washington, I had some expectations for them going into the season, but their defense has not performed. I know they've had injuries and stuff, but their defense has been off. They can't really stop the run. They moved a no huddle against Kansas City. It was a smart move.